Hi everyone, Brian here, wishing you a wonderful Friday and a great weekend ahead. I certainly hope part of that wonderful weekend will be participating in life here at Church of Our Savior. It's going to be a wonderful Sunday morning. Among the feasts that the Church dots throughout the liturgical year is one called the Exaltation, or simply the Holy Cross. The Exaltation of the Holy Cross, or simply Holy Cross Sunday. It's a memorial of the Empress Helena, the mother of Emperor Constantine, who traveled to Jerusalem after she and her family converted to Christianity. While there, she became very intrigued by the fact that these were the very grounds upon which Jesus and his disciples lived and moved, that place where Jesus died and was resurrected. And the traditions of Christians living in that area were deeply connected to the city itself and to the sites that they believed were integral to the life of Jesus, not unlike we still sense in Jerusalem today. Among the many things that she was intrigued by, some of those early Christians took her to the site of what they believed to be the crucifixion, and when they dug around in the ground, they found the remains of an old Roman cross. And it's been understood to be the true cross ever since. There are slivers of it, and many others, I'm quite sure, all around the world. But aside from those sort of simple and direct facts, what we're remembering is something that was very important to the early church, which is that Jesus really, really, really lived, that he ate, that he trod the streets of Jerusalem, and that he really died on the cross, etc., that his incarnation and his message and his life were completely concrete and engaged in the life of the world he shared with others. So that's really the point of Holy Cross, is not simply to see it as a symbol, but to remember that it's something that was very, very real. And it's joyous, so it's, despite the fact that we're talking about something that has rather a dark reality to it, Christians have found the whole life of Jesus to be a matter of joy. So we'll be searching for that on Sunday. It's also the beginning of Hispanic Awareness Month, and some of the music, especially at 9 o'clock, will be sung in Spanish. So we look forward to that, not only this Sunday, but over the next few weeks to come. Lastly, for the first 4 weeks of the program year, the first 5 weeks of the program year, we're looking at the 5 different missionary areas that mark the life of Church of Our Savior. The first is praising God, which we raised up last week, and the second is growing as Christians, which we're going to look at this Sunday. We have 2 wonderful vestry leaders in this area because there are 2 ministry clusters underneath that one mission area. It's important to recognize that we grow as Christians throughout our whole lifetime. It's not simply something we do for children. Of course, we do it very carefully for children and in a very age-appropriate way. We have every reason to be super proud of the program and the variety of opportunities that we offer children, really from birth all the way through high school, and even then we're supportive of our kids once they launch from high school into college or whatever else they choose to do. But growing as a Christian is a lifelong reality. We have 2 ways of thinking about this. The first is Christian formation. That's all the ways in which Episcopalians form people as Christians throughout their lifetime. Baptism, confirmation, but then there's all sorts of ways in which we do things, perhaps that many other churches do, but have their own unique twist here, and we call that spiritual development. And that includes all our Bible studies and small groups that do a lot of these kinds of investigations into how life can be. The vestry leader for Christian Formation is Peter Civetta, who is himself a catechist in the downstairs with our 9 to 12 kids. And the vestry leader for spiritual development is Shirlene Paul, who is, I hope you get to know her, is a perfect example of somebody who really understands that Christian formation is a lifelong journey. So we're doing all of that this Sunday, along with simply getting together as we do each week to celebrate the Eucharist as a wonderful community. Hope to see you there. As usual, our liturgies are at 7:45, 9, and 10:45 on Sunday morning. The second two are always available on live stream. Blessings and have a great weekend.